Court is calling 2024 CR 006907, State of Texas versus Craig Ray. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Monica Guedetto, attorney of record, Joseph Stateson covering, and will you give this court permission for me to do this in place of Ms. Guedetto?
Yes.
All right, and are you Mr. Ray?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ray, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with driving while intoxicated, third or more? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. State recommends community supervision, and there's to be a 2-year Texas driver's license suspension. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
State is at the plea. Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 180 hours of community service restitution, and ignition interlock for a minimum of 3 years. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. We're waiving a PSI which to proceed today, and during sentencing, I had something to add at the appropriate time.
All right, you may proceed.
Your Honor, we negotiated this with the state, and I know that the DA's office has a fine that they assess. They gave me permission to discuss the fine, and I was hoping that we could, with your discretion, lower some costs. Mr. Ray has 3 children, all under the ages of 10. From reading the report, you know that none of the children were in a vehicle at any time. No child was in danger, but he has a warehouse position. It's equivalent to Syntex, laundry, linen. It's not the best pay. He's having family members pay mortgage. He pays $1,400 a month just for mortgage, 3 kids to feed. He makes about 15 an hour, but he's still struggling. He's had the ignition interlock for 7 months, roughly. And it's not one of the devices that's $90 or $110 a month. He claims it's $140 a month. And it's becoming expensive for him. But we're hoping that you could probate part of the fine or all the fine. And in your discretion, maybe hold some community service hours in advance so that he could spend more time with children. Many times the children have to practice. He has to help transport them. He's aware of a suspension. He's not supposed to drive other than necessity. For occupational, he does have an occupational, but we're hoping that based on children, that you would give him permission to drive his kids to practices and lower any cost for him.
All right. This is what the court will do. The court will sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. 2-year Texas driver's license, 2-year driver's license suspension, 180 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to require parenting classes. Once you complete that, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's going to be ignition interlock until further notice. And state, I notate you want 3 years.
Yes.
And that will always be in the file that they're requesting 3 years. But I'm going to do it for until further notice. So do not approach, because normally ignition interlock is half the term, which would be 4 years. So do not approach me asking for removal for ignition interlock before year 2. And for this court, the clock starts running on 2 years beginning today. There's to be proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home healthcare provider with minors, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, There'll be a TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow all recommendations from TAP evaluation. We can do a referral to felony drug court, and that's out of custody. 120 sober meetings in 120 days. DWI education, DWI intervention, and do live victim impact. And there's to be field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. When you drive intoxicated, how old are your children?
8, 6, and 3.
All right, so whenever people are driving and they're intoxicated, guess what? Your children could have been in an accident, hit by an intoxicated driver. And then this will be a whole different conversation, and you will be angry, you will be upset. Some people cannot drink alcohol, period, because if they do, they just can't stop. Obviously, you're one of those people, so you're not allowed to drink alcohol at all. And while you're on probation, you cannot drink alcohol. And do not come back to this court saying, I was sick and I drank NyQuil, or I had some Tylenol and therefore I got a positive. Do not do that. Do not come back to this court saying, oh, I sprayed myself with some cologne and I think it picked it up. Don't do that. So you're put on notice. Read whatever. If you have to take medication for a cold or whatever, read what's in it. And if alcohol is in it, then we're going to have a problem, because if it comes back with a positive and it's proven to be true, then you could potentially be looking at 8 years in the prison. Do you understand? All right. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If you have an issue, let your probation officer know. If you feel as though they're not addressing you, you can always come back to the court. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you. And thank you for dressing appropriately.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Toshi,
Yes, Judge.
your client has not appeared.
She informs me that she's already taken the UA.
Oh, okay, well, I will wait and see.
She said she's in court, and I don't know if she means over there, but she's clearly not here.
No.
But she has been in, oh, she's walking up the stairs. She'll be here.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and Mr. Stenberg, your
Yes.
client is Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Gonzalez, come up. All right, you've had a chance to speak with your attorney?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna give you all a plea deadline date. And we'll be back on October, Norman, can you put this for October 22nd? We'll be back on October 22nd, and that will be your plea deadline date. At that time, you need to let the court know if you still wish to have a jury trial. Okay? And then after that, if you wish to have a jury trial, we'll set it for jury trial.
He does want a jury trial.
Okay, so your plea deadline date is October 22nd.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank
so
you.
much. God
All
bless
right,
you.
you're welcome. Oh, God bless you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, she's here.
Okay,
If you wanted to know, she's in the courtroom.
okay. Let me,
Didn't give her anything. She said they didn't give her anything and they didn't tell her anything.
oh, no, she was supposed to be there for a drug test.
I believe she did it. I'm just.
Oh, I'm gonna find out right
Oh,
now.
okay.
No, she didn't go to where we sent her, because they would not have charged her. She needs to go where she was sent.
Judge, I didn't go with her. I don't.
No. I know, she didn't show up. No, I mean, she needs to go where she was sent to do a UA. And I will check to see. One, Carlos Rios. All right. Hi. All right, so you guys need to be back at 1:30. And if, yes,
States is on in this case. You have a copy.
I don't have that.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
All right, are you gonna have any objection to the motion for continuance?
I'm going to object to continuance.
All right, so I'll see y'all back at 1:30 and we'll see where we fall.
And then, Judge, I do have a motion. I don't know if you want us to take it up. It's an ex parte motion. Because it,
We can take it up at 1:30.
sure, no worries.
Okay. All right. And this is not the ex parte motion, is it? Because it's not listed as ex parte.
Oh, was it the motion for funds?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hide it.
Oh, no. Yeah, so
Oh, I thought it was
the
ex
motion
parte.
for appointment of expert, it hasn't been
That's
filed
fine.
ex parte.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't want it filed under seal anyway, because it's a giant
Okay.
hassle.
All right, so I'll see y'all back at 1:30 and I'll take everything up at that time. Fallon Medina,
Just for requesting a reset, they just supplemented the MTR this morning. Just need a little bit more time to look everything over. It's a new #1 that they supplemented it with.
all right. Norma, on this case, if you'll set this in 10 days, please, and it'll be for contested. If it's not contested, it's not contested.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, what date? All right, October 15th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome. Yes.
Okay, so I figured out what happened. Having never been down there apparently is in the same building. She went to the right building. She went to RMS
Mhm.
and paid for UA. I
Mhm.
spoke to Deanna just right now,
Mhm.
and she saw her there.
Mhm.
Confirmed she did give a UA. Is there a reason that we can't use the UA sheet?
Oh, we can. What are the results? See, I
She
caught, that's why I
And she
wanted
paid
her.
$12 at RMS. So can I send her back and just get the results from RMS?
Oh, okay.
Or do you want her
We
to?
can call Deanna. Just give me a moment.
Sure.
So she needs to go back. All right, so she needs to go back and Deanna.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
and
sorry.
we'll have, that's okay.
This is the confusion.
All right, and we'll have her back at 1:30.
1:30?
Yes. So she needs to go over there now. Bashan, could you let Deanna know she's gonna come back? Thank you. Harley Green,
We're here, Judge.
all right. So why were you late?
I had a major accident on the highway on.
Okay,
She's a little shaken up right now, Judge. Sorry.
all right, no problem. So were the police called?
No, it was just my tire had blown out and I had to get somebody to bring it because I don't have like AAA or anything and I couldn't afford a tow.
All right. So not an accident, your tire blew out.
I mean, I almost lost control of my car, so it was pretty. I just had a major accident a couple weeks ago and it kind of freaked me out.
Oh, no, so I'm just trying to figure out, so your tire blew out,
Yes.
but there was no crash.
I mean, no, I didn't actually crash the car, but it felt like I was going to, yeah.
Okay. So, let me see. So this has been scheduled for a jury trial and then it's been rescheduled. So where are we?
Leave jury trial.
Yes, Judge, we're ready.
All right, come back at 1:30 for trial. All right, thank
Thank you,
you.
Honor. Thank you, Judge.
But Sean, they just said that, James Amos died. I'm like, oh. I always thought he was an underappreciated actor. Mhm.
Is that Chris Christopherson?
Oh, that's not old.
I mean, I'm saying he lived a
That could be.
good life. He's long, 84 is long.
Not when you're approaching that age. And then you know who else passed?
That.
Judge Davis. Claude Davis. Do you remember Claude Davis? He used to come, he was the nicest guy. And I remember when I was a young attorney, he was just so nice. And then one time he ended up in a car accident. A deer was in the road and it slammed through his windshield,
Wow.
but he was a nice guy and a great judge and a great scholar.
I just found out that my nephew
Mhm.
is on the jury in the 290th.
Oh,
And I'm interested to talk to the attorneys, both of all, because I don't know who's the defense attorney.
Mhm.
But his name is Preston Jason Garahan. And that's, I mean, I'm like, I go, I haven't talked to him because he takes things very seriously.
yeah.
He's like, they told me I couldn't talk to any lawyers. He told my sister that. I go, he didn't see me down there. She's like, no, he said he saw you twice walking down the hall right by him and you just didn't see him. I go, why didn't he say hi?
Because
And
we're
he-
not supposed to talk
We're
to
not supposed to talk to me. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, come on, man.
Oh,
So
man.
I said, next time I go, if I see him, I'm gonna embarrass the crap out of him. I'm gonna be like, but yeah, I can't believe that. I was like, I guess, I mean, he told them that his uncle is a prosecutor here in Bear County.
And I guess the
And they
name,
know who,
I guess the name didn't click, even
I
though
know.
it's Jason Garahan.
yeah, they have to, I mean, I'm assuming they know, the defense has to know.
Oh, wow.
But I'm gonna find out who the defense attorneys are.
Oh, and did you hear Judge Davis died? Claude Davis?
No,
Yes,
really? I love that man. He was such a sweet.
he was.
When I was on the
Nice.
bench,
Mhm.
the only person that I'd had a visit was him.
Mhm.
Because my aunt did it, and I was like, you know what, I'm just, and I kept it, like, when I went to a CLE, I was like, no, y'all just have a break. I go, if Claude was available, I'd let him go.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, I loved whenever he was on the bench, he was so nice and just keeping things even keel.
Oh, and he told me, I've heard many stories about,
Yeah.
like Argentina, Paraguay, I mean, like where he used to travel to hunt or anything like that, and.
Well, I was just telling Vashon one time, I remember he had an eye injury
Yes,
from a deer
uh-huh. I didn't know that
crashing
was.
through his car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I had spoke to him, I'm like, hey, are you okay? He's like, well, a deer crashed through my windshield.
That sounds like something would happen to him.
Oh, yeah. But he and his wife were married for 74 years.
My God, when they had to get married when they're 18 or
Well,
something?
I think he passed, I want to say they said he was 92 or 94.
Okay,
So,
Good.
yeah.
because I think he stopped visiting about 8 years ago,
Mhm.
maybe 8 years ago or so.
Mhm.
And I mean, he always is a character.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I used to love when he was on the bench. I'm like, hi.
oh, he was so sweet.
He
He used to
was.
send me the state capitol ornaments
Mhm.
every year.
Oh, wow.
You know, like just, the ones that they do, the official
Mhm.
state of Texas ones. And I still put them on my tree.
Mhm.
Me, my little girl and I put them on my tree because, I mean, it was like, he'd send them every year.
Yeah. But yeah, they wrote an article. Well, not an article. You know how they do those memorials
Uh-huh.
and so they
Oh,
had it
okay,
in
I have
there.
that.
And I was like, no. And you know what's so funny? I was just thinking about him and saying, I wonder what he's up to. I hope he's, enjoying life.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
But he did.
Last
So.
for the fast.
Mm-hmm. All right, James. So I was trying to reach you. Yes, your client tested positive. Sure. State, you want to come up and visit the bench with us? What? Whose phone was that? Did you hear that?
I did.
Okay, whose phone was that?
Someone in that. side.
Yeah. I would tell you what, I would not have my phone speaking to me that way because I pay that bill. How dare you? Yeah. All right, who's here on Larry Berry?
You want Mr. Rios?
Yes. All right, we're gonna go on the record. Court is calling 2023 CR 6483, State of Texas versus Juan Carlos Rios. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar with the state of Texas.
for the defense.
Joseph Holster for Mr. Rios.
And are you Mr. Rios?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and thank you for always addressing appropriately for court. You always do, though. I appreciate that. All right, so let's take up this first. First, counsel, you retained, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. So you had filed a motion for the appointment of an expert, and the court will note that this was not under seal, so that's why it's not ex parte. So if you want to present your evidence as far as your client's ability to afford an expert.
Yes, Your Honor. Before I was hired, Mr. Rios had hired another attorney, one of whom, well, two other attorneys, one of whom had written his bond. And so we've exhausted his funds. We consulted with Mr. Castle, the expert we're proposing to have appointed at this point, out of our fee. And we're using him as a consulting expert, but as it's become clear to us that this case is going to trial, which initially we had hoped it wouldn't, without getting into the evidence. But so I had held off on requesting funds from the court, but at this point, Mr. Rios is tapped out. And so I'll have him present some testimony, but that's why we're asking for the $3,500, which I would point out is what Mr. Castle has estimated should be sufficient to carry him through trial and testimony. And really, it was at the last setting that I think we reached a point where we exhausted our plea options and knew that this was going to become a trial case. I would also point out to the court that this was transferred. So I know it's a little bit older, but it's not this court's fault. And so there was a lot of things going on that kind of delayed the case. So that's why I'm asking at this point.
Okay, and not to ask you to give away your trial strategy or anything, but it's not in the motion. Can you tell me or give me a general idea of what his expertise is?
He's an accident reconstructionist. We expect that he'll probably agree on most points with the state's expert, that my client didn't cause the accident, and that's what we're going to be calling him for is on causation.
All right, and has he already started to work on the case?
Yes, like I said, we did pay him to consult out of the fee, so that amount should be sufficient to carry us all the way through trial because we paid for most of his work and analysis.
All right, and has he completed his review of everything or not?
He's reviewed everything. He has not written a report at this point.
All right, and how long do you think it will take him to write his report?
I believe that we should have the report within hopefully 2 weeks is what he's estimating, as long as he doesn't end up testifying in another trial.
All right. And I'm assuming state, it's really not in your purview to object. It's for me, but I'm assuming the state would have no objection. All right, so that will be granted. And what I'll do is, just in case, I'll set it at $4,500. If
Okay.
there's an issue, then you have to come back and you'll have to give me more information.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
And so the court is, for the record, the court is finding that Mr. Rios cannot afford the expert. And so the court will grant your motion and the funds are not to exceed $4,500 without approaching the court again.
Thank you.
All right. Now, the next thing, state has filed a motion for continuance. Are you in objection to the motion for continuance?
I have to object to the motion.
All right, I understand. State.
Judge, so one of our necessary witnesses informed the state on Monday that she was to be out of state starting from Monday to Thursday. When asked what time she would come back on Thursday, she said not until the very late afternoon, about 4:35. Her unavailability at that time means that there are other witnesses that they told us that they would be unavailable, but she's primarily the person that, due to the witness order and due to not being really able to present things out of order, we needed her earlier in the proceeding.
All right, so this case has been in this court since March 2024. The court is going to note for the record that defense, your expert doesn't have the report prepared. This is the state's first motion for continuance that I'm aware of, at least while this case has been pending in this court. Have there been any other motions for continuances?
No, not to my knowledge.
All right, I'm going to grant the state's motion for continuance. And at the next setting, both parties need to be prepared to proceed. All right, and if there's an issue with your expert's reports not being ready, that's a different matter.
That'll be on us, Judge. Thank you.
All right, so how much time are you all asking for?
Judge 30 to 45 days. I mean, she's gonna be back on Thursday, so I don't think that issue is gonna be present. And then once we get a date, we can call all of our witnesses and make sure they're all certain.
All right, and how much time do you think your expert will need? Do you need to call them?
I think 35 to 45 days should be fine. We had checked on his availability. And I'll double check, of course, and if there is a conflict, I'll let you know immediately. The only conflict he immediately identified would be over the next couple of weeks.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a jury trial date on this case, the 30 to 45 day mark.
I can do December 10th.
December 10th. How long do you, well, let me look at that. How long do y'all expect this trial to last?
2 to 3 days after picking a jury judge.
Okay.
In the ballpark.
All right, December 10th it is then. All right, we'll be back here on December 10th. What's going to happen on that day? We'll do jury selection and then the court will hear whatever witnesses.
Thank you.
All right.
And
All
I'm
right,
gonna-
just sign the reset form and then you're excused.
Will do.
And you can get a copy of the motion from the clerk.
And I'll double check Mr. Castle right now
All right,
before I
thank you.
leave.
So I'm being told that they're here in the building, but she's very terrified about coming up here. I've implored her to get up here.
Tell her she needs to come in.
Judge, I have for the last half hour. So this is, if you will allow me, I have a client at my office right now that I need to talk to. Can I be excused?
Well, do me a favor, if you will let her know that if she's not in here in 5 minutes, that a warrant is going to be issued.
I've already told her that.
Okay.
I literally texted her that
Okay.
you're wanting to know where she's at. She's late and the warrant's got to go out.
Okay.
Verbatim.
All right.
So.
Well, you can,
I will be close by and I do have my phone and I know the court, Norma knows how to get in touch with me. I'm not gonna play this game with her, not with the court.
yeah. No, well, I'm gonna issue a judge's warrant
Okay.
and I will remand her with the stop on. I'm taking a file on, I'm sorry.
Tony Morado.
Morado. All right, let's just put this on the record briefly.
Sure.
All right. Court is calling 2022 CR 8639, State of Texas versus Tony Morado. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
James Tochi for Miss Morado, Judge.
All right, this was set this morning. Miss Morado was going to do a UA. The court is in receipt of those results as well as defense in the state and probation. She was supposed to be back here at 1:30. I think both parties have received information that she has left where she did the UA on Kamal Street. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge. In fact, I'm in phone contact with her and my understanding is she's actually in the building, according to her. And is very scared to come up here. And I've explained to her that she's likely to be taken into custody. I've also explained to her that we're talking about some options potentially. It could be good for her. I have implored her to come up here several times via text message. I've gotten no response other than we're here in the building. I'm trying to get her up there. He's her boyfriend too. And so far, I have not yet seen her. I've not gone down there, but I plan to in the next couple of minutes.
All right, state.
State's requesting a judge's warrant.
All right, the court will issue a judge's warrant and remand your client without bond. If your client shows, we'll get in contact with you, counsel.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you. Court is calling 2024 CR 5304, State of Texas versus Abel Favela. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett for the state, Your Honor.
Defense,
Renee Munoz.
are you Mr. Favela?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in paragraph A and B? Wait, just a moment. Yes, in paragraph A and paragraph B, range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $1,500 fine, State recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution, if any, to Adrian Rodriguez, and there's to be a drug court evaluation. Did you understand that to be the plea? Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 8 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, no contact with Adrian Rodriguez and Keanee, Keanee, Noel Martin, and 100 hours of community service restitution and a substance abuse treatment facility. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No country.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We're asking for the court to follow the plea bargain agreement, Your Honor. It's our understanding that the state of Texas attorneys did reach out to the complaining witness. And according to them, they're wanting him to get some treatment, some help, Judge. This is an individual that I believe is needing of that help. I did explain to him, and I know that in the plea paperwork, there was a recommendation for referral for felony drug court. And I did explain with my clients what that would be looking for, or that would be consisting of moving forward, Judge, and that if the court, this honorable court does order that he needs to meet with that program because they're essentially wanting to help him get access to these resources and treatment, Judge. Before this instance, the client was living on the streets and was homeless. However, he has been in the past coordinated with Haven for Hope and has followed rules and regulations there. But we're hopeful that the court entertain this deferred adjudication so that he can get back on the right path. And I told him what things may be looking like moving forward, and he's in agreement that he'll do whatever this court recommends so he can be successful, Judge.
All right, so what is your drug issue?
Heroin.
Heroin? How long have you been using that?
Since I was like 18 years old,
Right.
off and on.
And when did you start? I mean, why did you start?
I've been on my own since I was 14 years old. I put myself to school to 11th grade. I went through a lot of things in my life, and you know what I mean. I had mental illness I didn't even know about, and self-medicated, as you would say. And
So have you ever had a mental health diagnosis?
yes, ma'am.
And what is your mental health diagnosis?
Paranoid schizophrenia, bipolar, PTSD, manic depression, and anxiety.
Do you have any family
Yes,
support?
At the moment, no, but if I get in touch with them and they, you know what I mean, they're more than willing to help me out in any way I'm helping myself out. If they see that, you know.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes.
And what are their ages?
17 and 14.
All right. When's the last time you had contact with them?
Before I got locked up.
What type of work have you done in the past?
Everything. Build
Okay,
your
like
house.
what?
Well, my profession is a cook, but I've done paper float, framing, sheetrock.
Okay, I will
roofing.
tell everybody, tape and float and sheetrock, that is hard work.
Mhm.
But Sean, you know I did that once, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I used to do a lot of work with Habitat for Humanity.
Okay.
So I participated in building a house from the ground up. I just prayed that this house would stand. We were there with engineers, you're thinking, hey, they know how to cut, they know how to measure. No. It was the hardest time for them to measure because, you put the electrical in
Mhm.
and then you put in the sheetrock up, right?
Mhm.
And so you have the electrical outlet and you need to measure it so you can.
Yes, so you get it right on.
I was like, we can't be ruining sheetrock. This is to us. I'm like, I will measure. So I know how difficult that is, and that's some backbreaking work. I don't even know how they do it, especially when they have to get on the stilts to.
Yes.
You know what this is all
Yeah.
I had to do, and you knew what I was talking about.
Man, real tough work, but yes, and there's a build your house if you can. But my profession is cook, worked on a riverwalk, Republic of Texas, Landry.
Oh, what's your Landry's?
Yes,
What's your favorite meal over there that you work with?
Was the shrimp wrap, I think it was shrimp, with crab cake and bacon wrap.
Oh, well, that's something I haven't tried.
It does sound good.
Yes, or
It's gonna
the,
ruin my diet, but I haven't tried it.
or the, oyster Rockefeller.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's a good
Oh,
one.
look, everybody's like, oh, yeah, making everybody hungry. We just had fun, everybody calm down. All right, so you're currently in custody, so I'm gonna try to get you where you need to be so that you can be successful, okay?
Yes, ma'am, thank you very much.
You're welcome. So this is what the court is gonna do. It's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. I'm gonna sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication. There's to be no contact with Adrian Rodriguez. Kiana Noel Martin.
Mhm.
I know I just messed up that name, but there's to be restitution, if any, to Adrian Rodriguez. And I'm quickly learning with this restitution thing. Norma, on this one, we're gonna bring it back on December 2nd. State at that time, if there is restitution, that needs to be presented.
Yes, Your Honor.
So there'll be a restitution hearing on December 2nd. And of course, if it's determined that there is no restitution, then you all just let me know there's no restitution.
Will do.
There's to be no contact with this location.
You stay away.
Well, stay away from the condemned property.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. There's gonna be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm gonna order parenting classes. Once you complete the parenting classes, the restitution for community service will be deemed satisfied. There's gonna be proof of employment within 45 days of release. No employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. In custody, the following evaluations will take place. Felony drug court and a TAP evaluation. And follow the TAP recommendations if he's not accepted in the felony drug court. Because it's Tuesday, felony drug court may be able to see you this week, at the latest next week. TAP evaluation is usually about 2 weeks to get that done.
Okay.
Field visits, 1 time per month for 3 months. And we'll do an anger management course. All right, is there anything else you need from the court?
I was gonna say, I was gonna go to CACS and get, back into, I was trying to get, the Social Security.
All
And-
right, so what I'll do is I'm gonna do a referral to Center for Healthcare Services. But if you're accepted into felony drug court, and Mr. Munoz, if you can coordinate with them,
Yes.
if you're accepted there, they actually have a dual diagnosis program. So they'll be able to help you with mental health as well as drug issues. But with mental health, they won't be able to tell you much about your mental health unless you're clean and sober. Then they'll be able to
Yes,
address
ma'am.
those issues.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And I understand from what you told me with the PTSD and everything, if you need some sort of grief counseling or something else is going on, just let probation know. If you feel as though there's an addressing it, let me know and we'll take care of it. Okay?
Thank you very much. I
Okay.
really appreciate all your help.
All right. And there is an affirmative finding of deadly weapon.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you. Okay?
Thank you very much. God bless you. Have a nice day. Nice day.
God bless you too. I appreciate that.
Thank you. for your
Probation is going to go over conditions with you. So you just have a seat in the box and they'll go over those conditions with you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate the court's time.
Great. Thank you. Larry Berry. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 3443, State of Texas versus Larry Everett Berry. Can I have the parties announced for the record for the state? Defense,
Todd Coronado.
and are you Mr. Berry?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Larry Everett Berry who was placed on community supervision in 2023 CR 3443 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram, on November 16, 2023 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition 41, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 16 months in the state jail facility and up to $2,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 41?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 41 true. And why should I give him the minimum?
He would like to address that.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Larry Everett Berry.
All right, so why are you deserving 180 days?
Due to the fact, like, I got medical condition. I just got out the hospital a couple weeks ago. They diagnosed me, said that I got bronchitis, fungus, lung cancer. Infection in my lungs. They did some autopsy. They did biopsy on my nose, where they cut a piece of my skin off too. And it's like, I've been doing everything that you told me to do. I've been complying. I have been doing my classes. I've been reporting to my probation officer, but now they changed my probation officer to.
Well, no, because they're saying that you didn't comply with felony drug court rules. So what rules are they saying you didn't comply with?
Okay, the day that I went through, I was there at drug court. Sarah Fuentes asked my phone. She just did her home visit at my house. And she said, everything I was doing good. I did my community service like Judge Plea told me to do. I've been doing everything. I've been reporting to Center for Healthcare. They just came to see me again. I'm supposed to see some lady named Miss Betty. She said they could report to her when I get out. But my probation officer, she said, let me see your phone. I gave her my phone. And then she set it down when she said, I guess somebody must text my phone, ask to talk about some pills.
No. Let's back up. So what was in your phone?
She said something about some pills. That's what it was all about. It wasn't no pictures, no nothing. It was a he say, she say thing. And then
What do you mean he say, she say?
whatever they said is what they trying to think I'm out there doing something. That's what exactly was over with.
All right, so here's the thing. I've been an attorney in felony drug court before. So if they found something on your phone, they actually showed it to you. So did
No, they ain't show it to me. They came out and told me.
So you're telling me they didn't show you anything in your phone?
No.
So if they zoom in and want to testify, they're going to say, we didn't show him his phone.
No, they didn't. They took my phone, went to the bank. The only person that came out and told me was some lady, Tammy told me. She said, yeah, somebody got some pills and this, that, no, they ain't showed me nothing was in my phone. At all. They put me in a jury box and they judge me and say, you're going to jail to further notice.
That just sounds very odd to me.
And they ain't showed me nothing they ain't showed me nothing in my phone.
All right, so here's my question. Do you want me to have someone from felony drug court zoom in? So we can see what's going on with this phone conversation or lack thereof?
You can, because
No, I mean, not I can. Is that what you all want?
Well, I believe he pledged true to the fact that he did not complete felony drug court. And that's where we're at now. So,
So do y'all want me to have someone zoom in from felony drug court to talk about this phone thing? Since he brought it up under, his speaking to the court.
sure.
Okay. All right, we'll have somebody from felony drug court zoom in.
I don't know. It was
Mariano Rendone. All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 2338B and 2024 CR 2339B, State versus Mariano Rendone. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Larry Bloomquist for the defense.
Are you Mr. Mariano Rendone?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, defense has filed a motion for continuance in each of these cause numbers. The motion for continuance is not certified to. Any objections to the lack of certification?
No, Your Honor.
All right, any objections to the defense's motion for continuance?
No, Your Honor. The state would like to note that there are several co-defendants at both of the cases. The state would ask you before planning on wanting to try Mr. Rendone first of all the co-defendants.
Okay. All right, then this is going to come back for trial on. You all need to be back here on October 8th.
We can be ready by then, Judge.
All right, the court will grant the motion for continuance and you'll need to come back on October 8th.
Yeah, thank you,
All
Judge.
right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and then on your case,
Yes, Your Honor.
what is your, yes, what is your client's name?
Probably Green.
All right, let me see if I have that file. Let me just put this in the notes real quick. All right, thank you. So on Carly Green.
Yes, sir.
And let's go off the record just one moment. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have you back here tomorrow at 10. The jurors should be qualified probably by 10:30, but I want you here at 10 tomorrow. All right, any questions? Is there anything that we need to address before jury selection?
No, Your Honor, we have the standard motions in limine, but honestly, those can be taken up after and it's nothing extraordinary.
All right, and can you tell me, have you already done an election in case we get there?
We have not, but anticipate we're going to go to the jury since it is a 42A054 offense. That's only, and she is probation eligible.
Okay.
I don't think it would make a whole lot of sense to go to the, well.
No,
yeah, we
well,
have
I mean,
to.
if
Yeah.
I don't have the ability.
Yes, ma'am.
Unless that's what you all decide. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow at 10. And Miss Ferguson, if you can give them a reset for tomorrow at 10.
Because if we do go trial, we'll be done by the end of the week. I can't imagine
Okay.
going to Louisiana next week.
Ah, well, enjoy Louisiana. What part?
Just as Kinder, and then on the outskirts, there's a Cajun food festival. I was like, well, that sounds like fun.
Oh, that does.
Yeah, so I had tickets to a wedding in Carolina and the bench, I literally got blown away or
Also,
washed
are they
away.
still gonna have the wedding, you think?
Oh, yeah, they're just postponing it.
Okay.
I mean-
Well, no, I mean, they're not still having it during this time.
Oh, no. They said to be determined. I was like, yeah, this is a bad,
Oh, yeah.
this is a bad time to.
You know, they put on something, some person, they said walked to go to a wedding through the waters.
Oof,
So
oof, man.
we're back on the record in 2023. CR 3443, State of Texas versus Larry Berry. All right. Defense, did you have a chance to speak with felony drug court?
Did, Your Honor.
Is there anything you wish to add?
I was just, excuse me, informing Mr. Berry that there were texts to his phone and then from him to whoever it was that more than what he had alleged before or not acknowledged before. So he says, yeah, that was true. There were more texts than he had said.
All right. The court is going to grant the motion. The court is going to sentence you to, well, the most I can sentence you to is 16 months. The court is going to sentence you to 16 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. Time and money will not run concurrent. And you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
So I guess 16 months or 6 months
16.
credit with, like,
I'm legally, I must give you credit for any time that you've already served, so you'll receive credit for that.
that way I get credit like the 80-20 or something, like.
Oh, what will end up happening is I'll receive something, and if I think you're deserving of that, then I will give it. If I don't think you're deserving of it, you will not receive it.
So this is like state jail or TDC.
Yeah, this is state jail time, and state jail time is day for day.
Oh.
All right, good luck to you. And he's saying that he has medical issues, so I'll,
I do, they got me.
He's got the, so,
I just came from University Hospital, that's what they sent me to. They got me on medication for the next 3 months.
I'll put you therapeutic community with for medical. All right,
Yeah, I'm sorry I messed up. I mean, I take full responsibility though, plus I got a baby on the way.
but here's the thing, you came before me and you were not taking full responsibility. You were being dishonest with me.
No, I was doing everything you told me to do, man. I did. I was doing all.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let me ask you this.
They just,
Did I tell you to sell drugs? No, I did not.
but I wasn't selling.
That's what you were doing.
No, I wasn't.
So-
It was just
Don't-
what
don't ever do
my phone. I wasn't selling no drugs.
All right, so that's the court sentence, and you had a chance to do well in felony drug court. That's a great program. But you chose other paths, so that's why you're going to the state jail facility now for 16 months. And if you do have a child on the way, I would suggest that you change your life so that you can be someone that your child can be proud of. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
So I'll be out like next year.
Your attorney will let you know. Thank you.
I can have excuse.
Yes, you may be excused.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words you can